Hello everyone, and welcome to another unboxing and first impressions video. This is not going to disappoint you at all. This is a cool pew pew inside of here, so without further ado, let's check it out. This is the CZ Shadow 2 competition pistol. This urban gray model, this particular SKU is being discontinued in 2023, and these are on sale. So if you're interested in these, I'd hop online, look up the SKU number, and start searching for different retailers. There's a couple online that I've found that you can have these for under $1,000, and that's a great deal for a competition pistol of this quality. I recently purchased the SP01 Shadow, and then this actually was cheaper than that, and this is a newer model. So, without further ado, let me pull it out of the case. Get this nice urban gray finish. Get a good look at it. It's super heavy. I think it said it was 46 ounces. Just over a 4.5-inch barrel. It's got the blacked out rear sights and then the fiber optic front sight. Really nice. The slide, you probably can't tell from the camera, but the slide, the way that the angles are cut is pretty interesting. I haven't played with this very much. I literally just got this a half an hour ago and posted pictures. Hey, gonna do an unboxing and first impressions. Here it is. The magazine release, look at how big it is. The trigger is also adjustable. You can see there's a little screw there. There's should be a tool here. Now, there is another set of safeties in the box also. So let me get these stuff out of here. So here is another one of the safeties that it comes with. So you see, it's probably hard to tell unless I take it out of the plastic. And this didn't say this in the description either, so this is awesome that they have this. So you see, this is another version of the safety. So obviously, since me using it right-handed, this would be on the left-hand side. So this is kind of like how the SP01 Shadow is. It's this style, but it's both of them. See, this is kind of unique. It's only one. So that's pretty cool. Well, I'm going to look forward to putting that on there because the safeties that are on here, they're really flat. You can't, there's not much meat. It's literally almost flat on there. When you do use it, it is super smooth though. Like it doesn't take any effort. And it's super quiet. The 75B, there's an audible click, and the other ones, there's an audible click. This is the most ludicrous trigger on a pistol that I have. I have 1911s that cost more than this, and this trigger is way nicer. I've already got it in the cocked position. Take out the mag. So the slide it's kind of hard to pull back because of the angle. It's a little weird. Got to get used to it. I like the front serrations better actually than the rear ones. With the sight, the rear ones are kind of hard to grab onto, but the front one's a lot easier. So look forward to changing that. But let's go over the trigger pull. So it's already in the single action. This is ludicrous, by the way. So it has just, that's the take up, just that much. So in my other CZs, it's quite a bit more than that. And then doesn't take much. And the reset is right there. So in single action, that's it. This thing is so butter. I'm never going to use it in double action, but I assume that the double action is nicer than the double action in the 75B or the SP01 that I have. The grips here, I believe these are supposed to be aluminum. They just have kind of a weird feel to them. These are $100 for the aluminum ones on the CZ website. So the plastic and rubber ones, this is a much better upgrade. The texturing here is a little bit more than on the SP01 and the SP01 Shadow. It's only in the middle on that one. Here it's wide. And they did change the beaver tail on this one and the angle here. So when you put it in your hand, it is super comfortable. I let all the other guys at the range put it in their hands too and ask them how they thought the grip felt and see if they felt the weight, because it's 46 ounces. It's a heavy girl, but she's a sweet piece. This is the nicest one that I have so far. Now I have 1911s that cost more than this. I have the Operator 1911, I have the Emissary, and I have the Loaded. Those are all $1,000 or more. This was $900 with shipping. Transfer fee, $975 total out the door. So you can have it for under $1,000 if I did it. This is super sweet, comes with 3 17-round magazines. Now these magazines are the same ones that the SP01 Shadow comes with, except for they don't have the +2 base plate. So you see one side says 40 and the other side says 9. Well, because it's a competition pistol, and so to shoot major you have to shoot 40 caliber. So you can just change the barrel and put 40 caliber bullets in this magazine and use these. The SP01 Shadow has +2 extensions on these magazines, and these finishes on these magazines are different than on the SP01 and the 75B that I have. Super smooth putting it in and taking it out. That's what she said. Shoots them out of there. You can also adjust here. You can adjust how far it sticks out, I believe. I think there's more stuff that I didn't look at here. This is the Allen keys to adjust the trigger, I believe. There's several. This is for the hand grips, I'm assuming, yes. And then the Allen keys to adjust the trigger, which I won't be messing with because it's butter as it is. And then these are the different pieces for your magazine release buttons, so to increase the thickness of it. So you see there's different, so you can put more on there so it increases how far it sticks out. I probably won't mess with that either. I'm just going to set it down, put it back in the bag. This was pretty good purchase. These can be had. Go look by the SKU. Make sure that you got the Urban Gray model, because not all of them are being discontinued. Only this SKU of the Urban Gray. I did actually look at the optics ready version of the Shadow 2. It was like $1,200, and I just got this one instead. Pretty nice pistol. I still do want to get one that's optics cut, but I actually think I might do one through the Cajun Gunworks thing and have a whole fancy custom thing too, to do something different down the road. But for right now, I have two. I have the Shadow, the SP01 Shadow, and this Shadow 2, and I'm looking forward to taking this to the range and then comparing the two. Right off the bat, the weight of it is the most noticeable thing, and then when you put it in your hand, you've got it, because right here it's cut out, and that fits perfectly in your hand. And then they cut the beaver tail higher. You probably can't tell, but it is quite, so you see this little groove here. If you see other 75 series pistols, it's not going to be the same. And then this hammer is different than the other one's, just a circle one, so I don't know what they call this. This is competition style, I guess, or whatever they refer to it. And then the sight, the rear sight, this is adjustable. So on the SP01 Shadow, it is the blacked out, but it's not adjustable. So this is adjustable. So you can see the adjustment. It says up, and then it has an arrow pointing this way, counterclockwise. I just noticed that. And the fiber optic front sight. So this fiber optic front sight looks to be quite a bit taller than the other ones that I have. So the fiber optic front sight on the SP01, what other one do I have that has the fiber optic? Oh yeah, the SP01 Shadow both have a fiber optic, but this one looks to be like a taller profile. Maybe I'll compare the two, because I just actually put night sights on the SP01 and took the fiber optic sight and put it on the 75B, because the white sights are pretty garbage. And so when you pull the slide to the rear position, this is another thing. Listen. It's so smooth. Look at that metal guide rod sticking out. I haven't taken it apart yet and looking at the internals yet, but hear the sound of it closing. So usually the spring in here is pretty heavy to run any and every load, but since it's a competition pistol, it's a lot lighter. On my SP01, it said it's 20 pounds, and now I know why the slide's so hard to pull back. It's not just because it's stiff, it's because it's got a super stiff spring in it. This one, not the case. So listen when I close it. It's hard to probably tell, but it is so smooth, and it's not like herky-jerky, and like the spring, it's really smooth. So like pulling the slide back, super smooth. It is kind of hard to pull it back from the rear, but the angle on here is different, but these ones are bigger. So you see these ones are kind of small. These ones are actually bigger on the front slide serrations. So I think the front ones are a little easier to use personally. But all in all, very happy with this. Can't wait to take it out to the range. Stay tuned for more. I'm going to do first range video on this and then compare this to the SP01 Shadow 2 and see which one I like more and compare the targets and so on and so forth. So stay tuned, roll out the videos slowly. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Drop some comments and I'll respond. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a good rest of your day.